When you have a strong sense of self-confidence, people are naturally drawn to you. When you radiate certainty, it doesn't only make you more attractive, but you also become a magnet to bring in more opportunities, more money, the right people into your life. When you're confident in yourself, you're able to make decisions for yourself without overthinking too much. You don't need external validation to go after and do the things that you want to do, the things that you want to achieve. Because technically, fear fears you. When you're confident, you're not afraid of no's. As a matter of fact, rejection fuels you to try again, to go harder. Being confident is also how you set higher standards for yourself. It's also how you don't limit yourself and how you know your worth. So no, you won't settle for less because you know you are worthy of the best of the best. You won't hold yourself back from that promotion or from starting your own business because you believe and you know you're confident enough in yourself that you are able to succeed, to achieve your goals, because you simply know that you are capable of succeeding. Confidence is not just about looking good. It's something that transforms your life in all areas of your lives. It affects all areas of your life. True self-confidence is about knowing and accepting yourself just as you are. It's a journey that takes repetition. It's your willingness to try, to fail, and to put yourself out there as many times as you need to, or until you master that thing. The problem is that we stop ourselves before even truly trying. And when we do try and we fail at that thing, or we fail at the trying, we allow embarrassment and fear to stop us from doing it again, from trying again. And this is why I've made this video, to tell you how to step into your power and become more self-assured. Okay, so we're gonna use Aleya as our friend to break down these examples. Let's say that Aleya wants to become more confident in herself. She wants to create her dream life through coaching people. And she wants to feel more self-assured in herself so that she doesn't settle for the bare minimum and so that she can attract the right person to her. Aleya also doesn't want to seek for external validation, not for her business and not for her relationships. This means that she doesn't want to wait around for someone to come and save her, or for someone to tell her whether or not she's good enough to be in a loving relationship, to have the successful business, and to achieve her goals. She wants to truly know this from within herself. But most importantly, she doesn't want her doubts and her fears to stop her from creating the life that she knows she's capable of creating for herself. In this case, Aleya would have to focus on building and strengthening her inner confidence. And she's going to do this by doing inner work, shifting her mentality, overcoming her fears, her limitations, and being more authentic, allowing herself to be seen. Because think about it, the reason why we lack self-confidence, it is because we are afraid of how we will be judged, of how we will be seen. So Aleya will start her inner work by reflecting and becoming fully aware of her fears. She needs to be aware of what needs to go. The fear of being seen, the fear of failing, the fear of messing up, of not being good enough, of not being capable, and reframing all of these fears with possibility. Think about this. Why does Aleya, aka you, lack confidence? Perhaps the reason Aleya has not succeeded in her business or found her ideal partner is because subconsciously she fears the responsibilities and the change that will come with that success. Maybe she fears change because she's much more comfortable with her lifestyle now, even though she doesn't like it. Maybe Aleya doesn't believe that she's able to manage large amounts of money. She questions if she can show up every day as this new successful version of herself. She feels like she's not skilled enough, so she lacks the willpower and she's afraid of messing up in front of people, as if she's not skilled enough or ready to step into that role. Of course, this is only a limiting belief, because most of the time we are never truly ready to step into something, specifically when we are starting or doing something new, something out of our comfort zone. You're always going to feel a little bit of fear. And maybe she doesn't feel worthy of love because she's been hurt in the past, or because she grew up in a household where healthy relationships wasn't the example she grew up seeing. So unhealthy love is all that she's familiar with. She lacks the confidence in herself to know that she can attract someone healthy, someone ideal for her. And here's how Aleya, or you, can use your mental strength to overcome all of these fears. The thing is that confidence is not just about feeling confident. True confidence is about trying despite those fears. It's your willingness to try. It's like they say, doing it scared. And honestly, this has been my new motto recently, doing it scared. Despite her fear of being seen, 𝒂𝒂𝒆 is still going to post content on social media to try to attract more clients for her coaching program, which, by the way, I will soon be opening my one-on-one feminine coaching program myself, so stay tuned for that. Internal confidence is about showing up to that dance social despite you not being the best dancer, despite you stumbling across your feet, despite you being shy. It's the fact that you are going to try again. It's the fact that even if you do stumble across your feet, you're still going to keep going and keep dancing because you don't need external validation, because you don't care about people's judgment. You don't need them to tell you, oh, you're a good dancer, or oh, you're doing a good job, to feel like you're doing a good job at dancing, or whatever it is. You get out of your head and you have fun with the process. You have to also remember that eventually you get good at things. This is how you become the master. No one starts out as an expert. Everyone starts as a beginner, and you have to remind yourself of that. Internal confidence is you doing the freaking speech despite your nerves being on 1,000. Instead of looking at yourself as inadequate for doing a public speech, you give yourself credit for trying, for having the courage to do the speech in the first place. And not only that, now for the next time, guess what? You're going to know exactly what to do and what not to do. And the other thing is that you can always be honest, which is the way of being authentic. You can tell the audience that you're actually very nervous right now, which I will lead by example and say that this 𝒂𝒂𝒆 persona is actually me. And perhaps you also see yourself in this persona as well. For too long, I've been allowing fear and the lack of confidence to get in my way of doing what I feel called to do, which is starting this one-on-one coaching program. This is not only something I've been feeling called to do, that I've been guided to do for the longest, but even something that other people tell me that I'm ready for. The thing is that I had to believe that within myself first. So I'm done holding myself back, and I am officially starting my one-on-one feminine energy coaching program. Also, let me throw in here something for you to remember is that rejection is only redirection. When something doesn't work out in your favor or in the way that you thought it would or that you wanted it to, it only means that there is something better for you out there. And this applies in both relationships and business. I've had both failed relationships and businesses because I wasn't in the right place. I wasn't doing the right thing. And in losing those things, in those things not working out, I'm now being aligned with what's actually for me, with what's actually going to make me the happiest. Okay, but what I truly want you to remember, the two takeaways from this video that I want you to leave with are these two things. Number one, you are not going to think yourself out of fear and doubt. You have to find the courage to do the things that you want to do. And the courage is already there. It's your desire to create, to start, to change, to fall in love, to be happy, to be rich. It's your desire for life to feel meaningful again. Let these desires be your fuel to get out of your head and start doing. Start taking action, even if it's just small ones. The second thing I want you to remember and take away from this video to help you get out of your head is that people can't tell if you're confident or not unless you show it. You just have to be mindful of how your fear is manifesting itself externally. And this is actually a proven fact. If you're creating content and you're on a live, or let's say that you're asking someone out and you start to feel really nervous, okay, you simply check in with yourself. You slow down. You breathe. You pause and proceed calmly instead of nervously. Notice your body language and fake it a little bit. You can even joke about it if you want to. It's okay. No one is perfect. Just remember that self-confidence comes from within, and it's your willingness to try. Building and strengthening your self-confidence, it's going to be a journey, not a destination. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time and practice, but the more you put yourself out of your comfort zone, the more you show up and put yourself out there to be seen, the more you embody confidence. The confidence of not being afraid to embarrass yourself, to mess up, and to not be perfect all of the time. And the last thing I'm going to leave you off with for you to think about and journal on is this question. How would being your most confident self change your life? What would you achieve? How would you feel? What choices would you make? What possibilities will come your way if you believed in yourself a little more, if fear wasn't a thing? Let that sink in and let this be your inspiration to take action and to show up confidently. You got this. All right, my loves. Mwah. Until the next one.